Hello, David, the Avo guy. Stand back a bit over here. Right, Alouette Organic Farm. We're organic, right? So by all means, you know, we have to use methods that can justify our organic methods and calling ourselves organic. Bloody birds. So no synthetic fertilizers, no additives, anything like that touches this farm and the things that we do on this farm. So right behind me is one of the most beautiful forms of natural minerals, trace minerals and nutrients that these trees need on this property. It's the ash from, maybe you'd seen in one of the videos that I've done. It's a big bonfire. We do it maybe once, twice a year. And it's all the old prunings, cuttings, dead branches, all that stuff, invasive species, plants, all goes here. We whack out a big fire. Now, this is the result of it, is these piles of ash. The ash is so beautifully rich in, one of the main things I'm after actually too is potassium and calcium. Avo trees need calcium, thrive on calcium. Of course, magnesium as well is also in this. And of course the potassium. There's other trace minerals as well. There's zinc, from what I believe. So all this ash over here, I take to the top over there where I've got my compost heaps, stuff from the kitchen, you know, just general bits and pieces that have just all come from the farm, and mixed in with some soil. So essentially what I've done is created my own organic soil over there. This potassium, or this potash is actually what it's called, is actually way too strong, way too strong in the alkalinity side of things. What that does is it actually drops down the acidity levels of the soil, and avos thrive on a bit more of an acidic environment for the soil. So dumping this stuff straight onto the in and around the drip line of the trees, actually it's not a good thing, so I'm going to reduce its potency, and so that's why I mix it in with compost, and then I'll scatter it around the drip line of the avo trees, and I tend to do that around about October. So right now, you know, you can see a lot of budding that's happening on the avo trees, small little buds. Soon to come will then be the flowers. After that, whatever flowers become fruits, they'll become little walnut sized fruits. Once it gets to that point where I would have typically sprayed potassium nitrate, which is a synthetic fertilizer, very effective, but then once again, any of that drippage that hits the ground dries out the soil. All these synthetic fertilizers are salt based essentially, dries out the soils, kills the microbial organisms in the soil, and the soil just degrades, and so over time the trees just have a very poor canvas to draw nutrients from. So essentially what I'm doing is replacing the potassium nitrate with the potash over here, mixed in with the organic compost that I've got curing at the top there, and then from there wheelbarrow 3 cups of it. Trust me, you don't need much, 3 cups of it into that compost on the wheelbarrow, and you just do a few, multiply that, extrapolate that out, and then you just go around the drip lines of the tree around about October, when the avos are about walnut size, which will help any fruit drop, but at the same time it will help with sizing. I will do that twice a year, so I'll do that in October to help with fruit drop, and then I'll probably do it around about December, January to help with fruit sizing. So this is what that does, and this is just all straight from the land. Why go to waste? This stuff is rich in potassium and magnesium and calcium and zinc. I think manganese. I think there's a few other trace elements, but those ones I mentioned, those I know for sure, and I can't remember the percentages, but I know the calcium side is right up there, which is brilliant, what I'm looking for. In any case, I'm going to start shoveling all of this onto the bakkie. It's quite a bit, to be fair, so maybe I'll put this on a time lapse. Let's do that.